So Antonia Golfi with brilliant Mokka Sahne. This is a Hanoverian by Thorotti Mokka Sahne. Fürst Heinrich is the dam sire. Owned by Monica Madras and bred by Heinrich Engelek. Fascinating seeing these 7-year-olds and watching so many different types, so many different ways of going as well, and a lot of that is to do with a lot of training, and it's really interesting. And the difference in the walk too. This is a very clear walk, a little bit safe to start with, now being a tiny bit braver, and interesting that she, I think, one of the few, you've got better eyes than I, but one of the few in a snaffle bridle. We've seen a lot of double bridles in the 7-year-olds today, and interestingly, the Hungarian deciding that she's going to be in a snaffle. Personally, I like it. I like to see these horses in snaffle bridles at this age, and it is only a personal preference. It is not a given. Victoria Louise says, what's your Instagram? I needed to follow your passion. It's Sturmy Spencer 123. If you put Spencer Sturmy in, it'll come up. STUR, I think. Then you can find it on there. I mean, it's a big, probably quite a big controversial thing, isn't it? Double bridle, snaffle bridle. And I'm probably, as a male, going to say that I struggle with 2 reins anyway, and a lot of people would say the same. I don't. But I quite like to see the young horses in a snaffle. I'm not saying this horse looks completely happy all the time in the mouth. One more. Okay. That's a time where you just think, okay, look, damage limitation, I've got to get through it, move on. And if it were a test, you'd think, where's my next 10? And think about how this mare is going to get herself through the rest of the test without upsetting her, because there's a bigger picture to look at. A little spin round and carry on. That change again, she's overthinking the mare, and you can't knock her. You've got to think, well, good girl. Again, going a little bit against the hands. In the half pass, coming back towards the tail end of this track. she'll have a lot to work on, and the lovely thing about this beer, it'll be available for her to watch back, and probably someone's recording it as well on their telephone, is that she'll be able to see. I mean, that was a lovely halt. I mean, she actually halted perfectly squared, then shifted. But there were some unsettled moments in there. Yes, there were some very nice moments in there too. Getting a pat. She looks happy enough, the mare. I mean, you know, she found some of it quite difficult, but she'll have to be pleased with that, because I think as far as she is in her training, that was all she could expect, and it could have gone one of either two ways, and it went the way that it went today. That here again, she just was a little bit fragile in the contact. But majority of the time she's settled down. 62.725 goes into 21st. 62.75, 7.2, 7.3 for the walk and trot, 6.8 canter, 6.3 submission, 7 perspective. It's not bad. Submission let this horse down more than anything today. The canter, with its mistakes, dropped below a 7, but even just getting the 7s at a